So this is week 11 where we had to create a tic tac toe game. This is my index, pretty simple, div with an ID of container, a header, the 9 cells, and then another header and a button. Here's my style CSS. I'm not gonna go over it. It's pretty straightforward. I put a color in the background and then I styled the cells and the button and the header. Then I have the script.js where I started by creating some variables and use the query selector all for the cells because we have 9, and then query selector for the text and the button. I also used I created another constant for the win conditions where I store my two-dimensional array. Then I created another variable options where for my placeholders, there are 9 of them, 9 empty strings, 1 for each cell. Then I took my current player and set it to X. And then I created my first function, initialize game, where I took each cell, this is my cells, and for each cell I added an event listener where I'm listening for the click, where a back called cell clicked. Then I added an event listener to my button where I listen for the click and I restart the game. And then we change the content, the text content, to current player's turn. Then we have another function, cell clicked, where I created the cell index constant and took and set it to this, where this is every cell that we click on, and I assigned an attribute to it. The attribute is the cell index right here. And then I check to see if the index number within my options or the placeholders are empty, because we will want to update the cells if it's nothing there. So if options within index cell is empty space and the game is not running, then we return, we do nothing, right? Else we update the cell, right, and check for the winner. Then we have update cell function where I updated the placeholders within the option index and set it to current player. Then change the content to current player. Then I have another function, change player, where I took the current player, and if the current player is equal to X, then I will reassign it to 0 or O, otherwise to X. And I change the text content to current player's turn. Then we have another function, check winner, where I create a temporary variable and I set it to false, and then I looped through. I use the for loop to iterate through my win conditions, I store each of the arrays in a temporary variable, win conditions of our current index of I. Then I checked for empty spaces. If there's one, we can continue and skip this iteration. If it's a round up, then it is equal to true, then the current player wins and the game is over. Else if there are no empty spaces left, then it's a draw. So for that I took my options and used the includes method to check for any empty spaces, and then I updated the text content to draw. Else we change player. And lastly, I have the restart for game function, where I took my current player and I took my options, the 9 empty strings, and I changed the context to current player's turn, and updated my cells. For each cell, update the empty space, the text with an empty space, and that's it. This is my tic tac toe game, and here it is. So X wins. We're gonna play again. Let's make O win. And let's have a draw. Hopefully I'm not going to. O's turn. Oh, I guess I win. This is it.